How formal you want this? Am I in my preaching mode, or am I not in my preaching mode?
I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I have anything, okay?
It's not what I was thinking.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm flexible.
All right, money bags.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Tom was a sophomore in high school. I was a junior.
Kind of ran around with the same pack of buddies in Little Rock.
1990, 91, that's probably how far we go back.
We spent a lot of time, out in the woods, duck hunting and fishing, and
Hanging out, causing trouble on Friday nights with, 8 or 9 other guys. I think that was back when Tom was he was peaking to country music. I believe he had, cowboy hat, cowboy boots. That was kind of more his thing.
yeah, I wore cowboy hats a lot. Still do from outside.
Along those same times is when I was kind of incubating, thinking through the idea of Slim Chickens. Didn't have a name yet, but really just kind of forming the concept in my head.
Greg really hatched it. He had seen some concepts like this in the Southeast.
Since we'd been friends through high school, we were even friends through college. He was kind of my advisory council, but also very formative. It was just an idea in my head.
He said, "No one's doing this right. You've been in the restaurant business. I've been in retail. Let's join forces and try to make a run at this and do it right."
Packing up the U-Haul, and headed back to Fayetteville. So that was like, all right, this is serious.
For me and for Greg, it was closer to family, and Arkansas, is home.
Let's set up shop in Fayetteville. Then there was a lot of months worth of work in between. Recipes, test focus groups, we call them focus groups now, but it was really just, in a garage with a turkey fryer.
I talked a food service rep into driving a semi into our residential neighborhood and delivering us all these products for us to test for free. And so our neighbors were aggravated because there was a semi in front of our house, but we unloaded all this stuff. And we'd have our friends come by and test food at night after work. We'd fire up turkey fryers, we'd have bowls of sauces mixed up.
Buddies hanging out, filling out scorecards on what they liked and didn't like.
We were able to get everybody to score products, score the taste of the food, score the texture of the food, score the sauces, which one you like the best, the honey mustard, the cayenne ranch, the ranch. What we ended up with is very largely what is still on the menu today.
So the next formative moment, though, was when we actually found the location. Because we knew we wanted to have a drive-through. We didn't have any money to really go buy anything or build anything, so we needed to find an existing building that had a drive-through on it. So we kind of looked around, scouted, as many locations as we could, and just watched. And we finally found the one where we started on North College Avenue, and this is it. Now we're really doing it. We still didn't have a name for the business, or still had a lot of details to finish out. But once we had the physical address of where we're going to start this thing, it's a significant milestone.
We didn't have a name. We had a lease, had a restaurant, didn't have a name. And we had to open before too long or we were going to run out of money.
We had several different names, and I won't mention them, that we were kind of kicking around. But it's like, all right, it's just not right. It just doesn't have a hook. The name doesn't have the hook to it.
And my
Tom's
mother
mom
called me
him. Hey,
and said, "What about Slim Chickens?" And I knew it right then. I said, "That's it." Called Greg.
As soon as I heard it, I was like, yep, that's it. No discussion needed. That's the name. Let's go forward with it.
But we needed to find a way to make it relevant to the communities. How would you encapsulate what we do here? This cool thing that we're trying to do. We're trying to do cool chicken. And we ended up with kind of the purple zoot suit pimp chicken that we started with.
It worked for us at the time.
That image of the chicken being the pimp kind of started to lend itself to the blues, the music. What we were trying to encapsulate in that kind of eternally cool brand that we always wanted.
I'm really glad he's not sitting in a zoot suit anymore with those Cajun color themes. And God bless Tom and Greg for being able to sell that much chicken with that dude.
He was polarizing to some people. Some people really liked him, and then he creeped out others, especially women and kids. Thought he was a little bit creepy, so.
I like Pimp Slim. But but I'm glad we got rid of him. I mean, there's a story there too.
But as the brand matured, it was time for, I thought, the logo, and Tom did as well, logo to mature a little bit and become a little bit more appealing, to really kind of dig into who Slim is, what we wanted him to be, and then really put him into the image you see now.
Man, store one. So we did all the work ourselves. We tore out walls, we tore out ceilings. We had yellow and purple chairs. It was very kind of Mardi Gras-ish in there.
Mini boards up, signs up. Day one, we opened.
And on February 17th, 2003, doors were open, and here come the people.
It's thrilling, exhilarating, exciting. You know, you're open for business first day. People kept coming in. You know, business grew from word of mouth.
We kind of knew we had something right then when we saw guests quickly come back and see us.